Hey, what's going on, guys? Good morning. How are you? Today's video is going to be a review and thoughts about the AR1 that I have in front of me, the Nankang AR1. So let me flip this around. All right, here she is. This is a Nankang AR1. It's a 315. I run a 315 square setup with the Nankang AR1s on my M4 GT4 wheels. This one has 18 heat cycles through it. Full track day at ACS, then one at Big Willow, then two more at ACS. The extra 2 heat cycles I'm getting from is driving to Raceworks to have them dial in the suspension and align the car, and then driving home. Raceworks is about an hour and a half for me, so I definitely don't drive like a grandma on the road, but I'm not saying I'm out here driving like a freaking idiot. But those do count as heat cycles, and since they were the first 2 heat cycles I put in the tires, if you know anything about heat cycles, the more heat cycles you put through them, basically the less performance you'll have. But fortunately for this tire, I ran a 148.4 at ACS my first track day there. And on my last track day back, which is this past weekend, my PB on Sunday was a 149.7. So I didn't really see too much of a drop off in times. My last 2 sessions of the day were extremely lacking of grip. But very consistent tire all the way through its lifespan. You probably could get another 2 sessions, 2 heat cycles out of these tires. But if you can see, on this right shoulder, you can actually see where the cord is getting ready to show. So these are pretty much done. Yeah, if you drive carefully and you know, monitor how you're pushing the tire, I guess you could get another track day out of these, or another 2 sessions. But I think these are pretty much toast. I don't think I'm not going to use these, and I'm not even going to try and sell them. I think people would laugh at me if I tried to sell this shit. So these will go in the trash. But for I think a little bit over $1,200, I think it was like 13. I think I paid $1,280 for the set of these. For $1,280 for the set, I don't think you can go wrong with this tire. I think it's a great track day tire. It has a very good grip, very consistent feel, very predictable feel. I think that also has to do with it being a square setup. But overall, compared to the AO52s, which I still have to do some more track days on before I do a comparison and my review of those tires as well, I will say that this tire felt like I could go more laps without it overheating than the AL52s. So that's just something I'm going to say right now. I'll end up bringing it up in the video later with the comparison between the two. But this tire, with the exception of the last 2 heat cycles, I could go about 4 laps hard, like just fucking pushing the tire, pushing the car, and have no difference in grip for that session. And then after that, you start to have the you start to get some a little bit of a greasy feel, and you got to cool it down just like any other tire. But 4 hot laps like that, that's pretty impressive. It's a lot more than the AL52s, I'll tell you that right now. And it's a lot more consistent. I mean, even the times were consistent. I was able to be very consistent throughout my sessions, setting constant 49s, constant 50s. I think my last sessions of the day, I was in the 50s, 51s. I even think I still set a 49. So you still have some capability there in those last 2 heat cycles, but definitely that window of consistency and that window of being able to run hot shrinks tremendously. So probably say about 1 to 2 laps is what you get out of these once these things are basically heat cycled out, which, yeah, I think it's pretty good, especially after 18 heat cycles. So that'll be it for this video. I don't really have too much else to say, nothing that I can remember. I think I pretty much covered everything I had to say. So if you guys have any questions about the AR-1, these are a 100 tread wear count tire made by Nankang. I picked these up at R Compound USA here in the LA area of California. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, drop it in the comment section below, and I'll get back to it as soon as possible. Other than that, keep an eye out for my AO52 review. I got a couple more track days coming for that as well, so we're going to use those up and get a review out on that, and then the tire comparison between the two. I know there's a lot of people who are interested to see the differences or hear the differences before they go ahead and pull the trigger on something. All right, catch you guys later.